What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another ARK video for you guys today, and there's brand new news. Genesis, well, ARK Genesis Part 2, they have a release date for it now. It's pretty far away, but they've released it in the new community crunch, and you can see here that this big terrifying boy right here looks to be a new creature, and it looks hella dope, I'm gonna say. But it also looks like we've got a new biome in the back here and potentially another new biome in the background here as well. So this looks like a kind of very similar to the swamp, but like more oceany based. I don't know. This is just pure speculation of what I can see. They haven't really said anything about it. And then back here, we've obviously got space. So potentially new biome. I mean, we do have the space zone on the Genesis Part 1. But it's kind of not spacey-ish enough. I don't know. This is just me ranting on right now. But yeah, you can see brand new boy right here. I don't think this is going to be the boss. And judging from Helena's face, she's kind of nervous about it. So I definitely think this is going to be a tameable creature. And obviously, they would not have made this guy the center of their Genesis 2 poster if it wasn't going to be tameable. Or if it wasn't going to be like the new Rock Drake or the new Magmasaur or something like that, which is honestly what I think it will be. Except instead of lava and wyvern trenches, it'll be an ocean trench, which is honestly probably what this little section here is hinting at. But once again, purely speculation from my part. Helena is obviously very nervous about the creature, as you would be, coming face to face with this big, scary catty boy. So yeah, let's quickly go over the community crunch for you guys. This is going to be a shorter video today, just to let you guys know that Genesis 2 is coming. So you can see here, it is going to be dropping 2021 on March. So that's all we've got so far. It's about 8 months away, which is a little bit sad, but with the whole coronavirus and all that stuff going on, makes sense. So we'll quickly go over this, an update on Genesis Part 2. We're checking in with the community on its progress. Near the beginning of this year, the studio transitioned to working remotely, so they weren't working from home. While the development of Genesis Part 2 has been ongoing throughout and significant progress has been made, going from a highly collaborative in-office workflow to remote comes with specific challenges, which is why they've pushed it back, which, you know, honestly, fair enough. Everyone's been really affected by this whole pandemic that's been happening. Upon further evaluation, we now have a better sense of the production timeline for Genesis Part 2. The new locked-in release date is now March 2021, simultaneously on all platforms. We understand that you're eager to get into it, and this news is disappointing. However, we are passionate about delivering something genuinely special, memorable, and suitably epic. This additional time allows us to ensure a better and unique experience and is well worth the investment. Because I'm pretty sure this was supposed to drop at the end of this year. I'm pretty sure they said December in the Season Pass when you buy the Season Pass. We'll be showing an extensive first look at Genesis Part 2 later this year, revealing more details about completing your quest for ultimate survival. The forthcoming preview will reveal some of the new creatures, items, locations, features, and more. We do, however, have other significant updates locked and loaded for this year. So yeah, and then they've pretty much just said what the other updates are, which is pretty cool. So obviously they've got Crystal Isles dropping in August, at the end of August, for consoles. As well as that, they're also bringing out another TLC pass. So TLC Pass 3. Now, this is going to overhaul 2 classic creatures with a new makeover containing updated models, animations, visuals, and new gameplay functionality for them. We'll also be doing further general quality of life, balance, and gameplay changes to the core game in this update. So hopefully they do some more balancing for some stuff in PvP regards. But yeah, here you go. You can see the upcoming balance pass. So this is the newest update that it will be dropping. So that you can see there's a couple of creatures and the update notes. So we'll quickly go over this as well. So for the creatures, there's a Basilosaurus. So they increased the depth C value at which damage was taken by approximately 30%. So now when you go deeper, you'll be taking 30% more damage. For the Bloodstalker, they reduced armor penetration by 35% and reduced the durability damage by 50%. Carno, they added 30% armor penetration to the left click attack. Added a bleed effect to the right click attack, which does up to 5% of target's health over 10 seconds. So that's actually really good for the Carno. So these are like mini TLCs for some of these dinos. So the Carno's got a new bleed effect, which is cool, and he's got 30% armor penetration on his left click attack, which, I mean, for wild Carnos, he's going to be nuts, especially if you're trying to take on a Yudi. But yeah, nonetheless, make sure you bring extra armor. For the Carbonemus, the turtle, they increased the resistance to tech turrets by 10%. So these boys are 10% more tanky against tech turrets. Donkeys, they reduced the weight of obsidian in inventory by 75%, reduced the weight of metal, stone, crystal, and black pearls by 50%, and increase the swim speed by approximately 20%, which is pretty cool. Pretty good buffs to the donkey there. The Liopleurodon, they increased the buff timer from 30 minutes to 6 hours. So now when you tame one of these bad boys, you've got it for 6 hours, and you can search your deep sea loot crates for extra loot for an extra 5.5 hours, which is really good. Megachelon, they nerfed, so they reduced its shell resistance by 30%, from 80% to 50%, so it's going to take more damage, and reduced health per level gains by approximately 15%. And they've done the same for the Parasa, reducing it by 15%. As for breeding, they've reduced the Mosasaur maturation time, so it's now equivalent to the Yudi. They've reduced the Basilosaurus maturation time, so pretty much them reducing this makes them raise faster. Reduced the Compy, reduced Equus, Quetzal, Phiomia, Ichthyosaurus, Donkey, Jaboa, and they actually increased the Rhino maturation time. As for the general stuff, flying creatures will prioritize picking up friendly creatures rather than dismounting friendly riders. Okay, so when you're trying to pick up stuff, baby creatures will no longer wander when hatched. Thank God for that. That was such a silly thing that they introduced. Mounting a flying creature will no longer cause it to take off. Cryopods in a player's inventory will now charge if a player is sleeping in a tech pod. That's actually a pretty cool one. I like that. Tech Helm will now provide players with a gas mask bonus, protecting them from poison wyvern and basilisk spit. I already thought this was a thing, apparently not. Tech turrets now require double the amount of shards per bullet. That is going to be expensive and a real changer for PvP, I reckon. Metal ingot stack size has been increased to 300. Raw metal stack size has been increased to 300. So before it was 200, now it's an extra 100. Spoil time on lesser antidote has been increased to 3 days. Prime meat and prime fish spoil timers have been doubled. That's a really nice change. Gas bags will no longer push dinos around in PvE when landing to prevent griefing and exploits. Good change for PvE. Helena and Chibi creatures no longer disable the protection against bees buff. Didn't know that was a thing. Yell and Whisper can now switch between the following modifier keys. So that's just a little bit of a change. Added an additional 15 seconds to all race missions on Xbox and PS4. Added event emotes to the Hex store at the cost of 50,000 hexagons. Boss fight timer on Valguera has increased from 20 to 30 minutes, which is really good. We're also adding a configurable game setting UINI, which allows server hosts to limit the amount of gateways that can be placed on platform saddles. Huh, okay. So that's pretty cool. So you can change the amount of gate frames on platform saddles. But yeah, guys, so that's pretty good. As well as that, official rates have been adjusted slightly. They're doubling it, and they're going to be increasing them permanently. But yeah, and then there's obviously an evolution event. There's a bit of fan art, which is kind of cute. The rock drade's pretty dope. I like this one as well. And yeah, there's the wear your mask on. That's pretty funny as well. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's going to wrap up the video for today. Hopefully you guys found this one useful. Get keen for Ark Genesis 2. It is going to be a while away, but make sure you subscribe to the channel because we will be covering all of Ark Genesis Part 2 when it drops and stuff like that, all the TLCs and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I will catch you in the next one.